For us, getting a good night's rest requires total surrender. We close our eyes, freeze our muscles, and entirely lose consciousness, relying on the safety of our bedrooms to protect us while we're completely vulnerable. This requirement to power down reaches back to the very roots of the animal kingdom. Take the jellyfish, for example. Despite having no central brain and only simple nerve nets, they must enter mandatory states of rest. When deprived of this downtime, these simple organisms become sluggish and less responsive the next day. Rest is a non-negotiable biological imperative built into the code of life itself. Yet trying to fulfill that need in the middle of the ocean is incredibly dangerous. In a marine environment, the penalty for stillness is often death, whether by drowning, suffocation, or being spotted by a predator. How do marine animals bypass these environmental hazards to satisfy a biological requirement they cannot ignore? The most immediate danger faces air-breathing mammals like whales and dolphins. For them, losing consciousness underwater for too long isn't just a nap, it's a risk of drowning. To stay afloat, cetaceans evolved unihemispheric sleep. They shut down exactly half their brain, alternating hemispheres in 2-hour shifts. While one side recovers, the active half keeps the animal swimming to the surface for air, maintaining a single open eye to watch for sharks. While smaller dolphins must stay on the move, the ocean's largest inhabitants have the luxury of size, allowing them to take a much stiller approach to their rest. Sperm whales gather in pods to drift vertically in the water column. They hang like massive, silent statues, bobbing to the surface to breathe before sinking back down into their upright slumber. For these mammals, sleep is a highly coordinated feat of multitasking, a way to satisfy the brain's needs without ever fully letting down their guard. Smaller reef fish face a different problem. Without the size of a whale or the complex brain of a dolphin, a stationary fish is little more than a sitting duck for nocturnal hunters. The parrotfish developed a mechanical solution to this danger, engineering its own safety on the reef. Each night, the parrotfish spends about 30 minutes secreting a thick, translucent mucus bubble that eventually envelopes its entire body. This slimy sleeping bag masks the fish's scent from predators, like eels, and acts as a physical barrier against blood-sucking parasites. By manufacturing their own physical force fields, these vulnerable species secure the rest they need to survive another day on the reef. Even with a hiding spot, a fish still has to breathe. Most bony fish manage this by actively pumping oxygenated water over their gills while stationary. However, many shark species lack this ability. To breathe, they must maintain constant forward momentum to force water through their gills. This leaves many sharks in a precarious position. If they stop moving, they stop breathing. Yet their brains still require the restorative benefits of sleep. Exactly how they balance these needs remains one of marine biology's greatest mysteries. They may shut down microscopic regions of the brain one at a time, or seek out strong ocean currents that provide passive water flow while they hover in place. The drive for sleep is so powerful that it persists even in apex predators whose very anatomy makes resting seem physically impossible. From the half-awake shifts of a dolphin to the mucus-wrapped bunkers of a parrotfish, the inhabitants of the ocean have been forced into extreme adaptations to find a moment of peace. These behaviors remind us that sleep is not a passive luxury. In the wild, it is an active, calculated struggle against the environment. It is a requirement that connects the simplest jellyfish to the most complex predators, proving that the need to power down is as old as life itself. The drive to shut down is as vital as the drive to eat or breathe, an ancient, unbroken ritual shared by almost every living organism on Earth.